better both get...
Get your hands on top of your head.
Police, free!
I make no guarantees where Klein's concerned.
You see problems getting to Klein?
Klein is crazy.
Oh, my God!
Get out! Get out! Get out!
9Y60 to all units. Before they split, they've made it.
Can't they move any faster? I want to beat the daylight out of here.
Apúrate! Apúrate!
Take it easy. As soon as you get fueled, you'll be on your way. What time are we supposed to meet?
Well, I should be able to be there by 10.
Hey! Hey!
Come on, Klein. Take it easy. Go ahead, load it up. Boy, your temper. One of these days is gonna land you in hell.
Now let's get one thing straight, Vern. You work for me. This is my operation. And you screw it up when you don't hire good people. And we'll all be in hell if I don't get out of here. What'd you find out about the weather?
You're clear all the way. Cross near Nogales, and you won't have any problems.
What's it look like? Everything together?
Well, Sarge, the load's in. Things will start moving in about an hour. Your people together?
We're okay. How many? And where?
100.
I wouldn't waste my time in 100.
Delivery will take place in an abandoned car lot at Lake and Olive. 2 trucks.
The way things are going, I'd be lucky to get a misdemeanor filing. What happened to the other 400?
You cops are as greedy as the crooks, Byron. It's all there. 500. Just like I said.
2 trucks. Is the man gonna be there?
I'm not sure. But if you stay with the load truck, they'll take you right to him. Be cool. Okay?
Klein's info was good. It's going down.
I wouldn't bank on it. He's crazy. 9Y60. This one's the load truck. Hang tight. Things should start to move.
360 to all units. Let's take them before they split. They've made it.
Sure, but what's going on? I mean, that's the third appointment I've broken this month. Don't I rate a day off?
You're not going to believe this, but I don't know what's going on. Secondly, yes, you do rate a day off. And I tell you what, as soon as I find out what's going on, you'll be the first one with whom I'll share the news.
Thank you so much.
No. No!
Kevin, what's up?
I got a little problem on our hands. And, frankly, we need some outside help.
Listen, we're up to our necks now in cases. She hadn't even been to the hairdresser for 3 weeks.
Ever see him before?
No? Should I know him?
Go ahead, tell him.
Name's Bill Klein. He was one of our top snitches. He used to be an airline pilot, but he got fired several years ago for flying a 737 under the Golden Gate Bridge with a full load of passengers.
It sounds like my kind of guy.
On the street, he's called Crazy Bill.
Guy's been working for us for about a year. Made some big cases. We just learned yesterday that he's also been flying in loads, big ones. Heroin, cocaine, weed.
Yeah, let me guess. While you were working his weed cases, his people were flying in everything under the sun, right?
You got the picture.
He knows half the guys in my division.
But he doesn't know us, so he's ours, right?
You worked narcotics before, you know how the game is played. Besides, you won't be going in cold. We've got a snitch in decline. I think.
You think?
I think. Anyway, he's yours.
I'll brief them in the squad room on the rest of the case.
Wait a minute. Be careful. I'm afraid we taught this guy exactly how we do business. Everything. And the Mexican feds tried to take him. And he literally, and I mean literally, flew them into the ground.
I think I'd rather go to the hairdresser.
What is all this?
Got to be careful, Jimmy. Just checking.
For what? You know, I ain't got no peace.
You could be wired, working for the man.
Now, come on, man. You know, I come here to do business, and then you search me like I was a crook, you know. You're paranoid. You're nuts.
You are a crook, remember? And I'm not paranoid. Just careful. Now, what can I do for you?
500 keys, man. I got a big buyer coming in from Seattle.
It's a little heavy for you, isn't it?
Well, you know, like I told you, I got buyers coming in from Washington, man.
Okay. You came to the right supermarket. You get in touch with my man Spear. Work out the delivery.
Right. Yeah, I'll call him right away. You know, my people are waiting to get it on. Hey, Bill.
Sure.
How do I know, I mean, you know, for all I know, you might be working for the man.
You know what this place reminds me of?
I can't imagine.
Lemonade.
Lemonade?
When I was a kid and it got this hot, I sold ice cold lemonade.
You know, I think I'd trade in my badge right now for a six-pack. Ice cold, wet. You had to ring up lemonade, didn't you?
At Christmas time, I sold hot chocolate.
Well, at least Pete and Joe are in the shade.
You hear that?
Huh?
I think we got company.
Yes, you see. Okay, it's here. Everybody just cool it till he's on the ground unloading. Stay on. He's just checking the area, that's all. Stay on.
Oh, he's cautious, I'll say that for him.
He's landing.
Now look at the pilot.
That's not Klein. There's something wrong.
Where are they going?
Not now, damn it!
12 by 51, get back, it's a dummy run!
Last minute, something went wrong. I guess if everything looked all right, the other pilot was gonna call Klein in with a load.
We'll get you to a hospital. Oh my God! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Stay down, he's coming back.
Has anybody got a knife? I'd like to cut myself a piece of coffee. Who brewed this anyway?
You were right there when I made it. What's wrong? It's mountain grown.
Yeah, I know. You know something, Pep? I think I know now why you're single.
Yeah?
Are these the grounds you use for your divorce?
Oh, Pete, you just don't know good coffee when you taste it.
Somebody kill the lights, man.
You killed the lights, will you?
Look at my old buddy here. Let's take a look at our boy here. Watch this.
Oh,
Watch it.
wow.
Watch it.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh, no.
You believe anybody can walk away from that?
Oh, man. I can't believe it.
Okay. There's our boy. It's Michael Gregory. This guy's done a little of everything. Not only was he a race car driver, but he also worked for a while on a tuna boat. Even did a stint as a Hollywood stuntman.
That is one hunk of choice male flesh. I'd make coffee for him any day.
That's all he needs. First he loses his car in the time trials, then you make him pot of coffee. That's 2 disasters in a row, huh?
Hey, Bill, where did you run into him? You're not a racing fan.
No, his kid brother got busted. In order to help him out of the jam, Mike here made us a 4-ton weed case. Involved a tuna boat he'd worked on.
What does he do now, besides stay in shape?
Well, I haven't heard much about him since that crash. I understand he's flat on his butt.
You know, I heard stories about guys who hunt bear with a switch. I think he could.
Yeah.
Well, Pete, he's probably a vegetarian. You know, carrots, alfalfa sprouts, and wild honey.
You better hope so. You're gonna need something in common.
I think he's a meat eater, folks.
He's built like a bear. Maybe he's hibernating.
Maybe you ought to stay out of his porridge.
Man, let's have the bread, huh?
We didn't bring it.
Hey, look, I'm not here to play games. Somebody's gonna get hurt.
Maybe we better get in there before somebody does get hurt.
I think I'll just stay here.
Just relax. Boss is across the street waiting to meet you. He said he'd pay you himself.
Yeah, well, where is he, man, and who is he?
Let's go.
I want good bread.
He's waiting outside. His name is Sergeant Crowley.
Damn it, Crowley! Why me, man? Why me?
You guys didn't set this whole thing up just to bust me with a lousy 25 keys of grass, which will probably be legal in another 6 months anyway.
Well, I don't know about that. I do know that you've been scoring with some pretty heavy people.
Well, just who are these heavy people?
The connection is a pilot named Bill Klein.
Now, don't tell me you want me to give you Bill Klein. You take me to jail.
We'll offer you a walk for the 25 keys.
Oh, come on, Crowley. I won't do more than 60 days at best, and you know it. I'll take my chances in court.
We understand you build and drive race cars.
I used to. Till some rookie driver busted up $40,000 worth of my machinery.
Well, that brings up an interesting question. Maybe you can answer it for us. What do you think NASCAR would say if they found out one of their owner drivers had been busted on a narcotics rap?
I see. I work for you and I'll drive again. Is that the picture?
It's coming into focus. We need you to get the Klein.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. But I want one promise up front.
What's that?
I make no guarantees where Klein's concerned. So I get a walk just for helping. Just helping. Whether or not you guys catch Klein or not.
You see problems getting to Klein?
Lady, you got 2 major problems right off the bat. Number 1, Klein is crazy. And number 2, he's got a steadfast rule.
Yeah, what's that?
He never deals with strangers.
Well.
Welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
Things in here. Scotch and water with a twist.
Right. Got a good memory.
That's not all. I've also got these passionate Italian eyes.
Oh. So, tell me what you've been doing. How's the department been treating you?
Joyce, I tell you what. I'll make a deal with you. You don't ask me about the department. And I won't ask you how the captain keeps that great big thing up there in the air, okay?
Okay.
Now, about tonight. First, I thought we'd have a little dinner. Because I have found a sensational new Italian restaurant. And then I thought maybe we'd come back here and listen to a little jazz. I have loaded up on Chuck Mangione records. Now, what do you say to all that?
Yes to the Italian dinner. Yes to the movie. And finally, yes to Mangione. He's my favorite.
I gotta tell you, I just love the way you say yes. Yeah. Mike, yeah. Listen, no, not tonight. We'll just set the meet up for tomorrow, okay? Because I can't make it tonight, that's why. Okay. I said okay, Mike. Yeah, just, what do you want us to meet you? Half hour, all right? Yeah, give me a half hour. Joyce, listen, this is very important. I gotta meet this informant. It's only gonna take me like an hour at the most. I'll be back and, I gotta make another call. By the time you get out of the shower, just freshen up, you know. Pep? Yeah, it's Bill. I just got a call from Mike. He's set a meet up with the crooks at the corner of Echo Park and Sunset. Yeah, the donut shop. Okay? Yeah, we'll meet him there in a half hour. Okay, fine. See you later. Joyce, honey, listen, it's only gonna take me an hour, I swear.
I've been through this act before, remember?
Honey, come on now, put the book.
2 days. 2 days I waited for you on one of your hour meets.
Yeah, Joyce, that was
Not
different.
this time, Bill.
Honey, are you kidding with the book?
Oh, mind if I use your phone? You look like you could use another drink.
Yeah, listen. How do you feel about Chuck Mangione?
Oh, I love him.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. So does my husband. Why?
Nothing, I'm just doing a survey.
You say, Vern?
I am.
This is Pepper, my new roommate.
What is it you need?
Well, we got a buyer who's ready to do 100 right now.
That's no problem. A little heavy for you, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's time to make my move. Get some of that big money. Like the man said, make hay while the sun shines.
Sounds like good business. The price is $100 a kilo, and we specify the delivery point.
We'd like to have an idea when and where, so we can get our money together and be ready.
I would assume that you already had all your bread together by now, or else we wouldn't be sitting here talking. As a matter of fact, I want half of the bread out front tonight.
Oh, come on.
Hey, look, Vern. You know I've never scored anything this heavy before. I'm just not ready to front $5 like it was nothing.
Mike, baby, now you know our operation. If we don't have any money in front, then it's no go. That's our insurance that we're not dealing with a man. When you get your act together, call me.
We can do some big business. Mike and I are into some pretty heavy people. We stand to move a lot of kilos. If this thing goes right, we're putting everything into it.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. No bread in front, no deal. Now, Mike knows that.
Our people are going to be testing us on this first deal. If it goes right, we're in. They want to follow up with 1,000 kilos every 2 weeks, maybe some heroin.
Hey, look, these people want the first ton a week after we do this first 100. That's the reason we're going to both have to bend a little.
Can you see them putting up $50,000? You wouldn't, and neither would we. We're going to have to get used to doing business hand to hand, or Mike and I, we're just going to have to shop around and find another connection.
How come she's doing all the talking?
Well, her old man's one of the biggest weed wholesalers west of Chicago. Ex-old man. And now she's my lady.
Okay. We'll go hand to hand this once. You go ahead and get your bread together for tomorrow. Delivery will be sometime afternoon.
Where?
I'll let you know when I call you.
There's my first car. Took the first place at Daytona.
Ever seen that car? You want another beer?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, they sure cost a lot, don't they?
How's your iced tea?
You still got it? Oh, I need ice. Thanks, Bill.
Nope, I sold it and everything else I had to buy my second car. Good competitive stock car runs upward of 40,000.
And yours, it crashed, huh?
I didn't crash. One of the rookie drivers took a turn a little too wide, bounced off the wall, hit my car. Can't buy insurance on a race car.
You're taking the time. It's almost 5 o'clock.
Come on, Crowley. How many dope cases you work?
Yeah, I know. This is their way of letting us know that they're calling the shots, right?
Well, at least it gives us a chance to.
I'm here. Right, we got everything together. Yeah, man, we got the bread. Okay, it'll take us about an hour and a half to get there. Right. A-loan, we understand. Load just arrived.
Cheers.
Hello.
Vern?
The money, please. I'd like to see it.
Show and tell. Care to count it?
Mike, you ever cash a check at a bank and then not count the money that the teller gave you? Of course you didn't.
It's all there.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Where's our merchandise?
Just hang tight. See the Joshua tree? Well, just start walking toward it. 4 bags. 25 keys in each duffel bag. Start walking toward it, you'll see it.
All there. Give me the key.
Hope you counted it.
All's well. Next time you want to do business, call me.
Clever. He never let us see him near the stuff.
Nah, don't worry about Spear. He isn't that smart. Bill Klein's around here somewhere pulling his strings. Let's go.
Oh, wow. Air conditioning. I guess when you make sergeant, that's one of the fringies, huh?
You guys look great. The sun's done wonders for your complexion. Which one's Royster?
The one with the carrot in his ear. Don't look. What's going on? Spear hasn't left the airfield for 2 days now, you know?
Boys, this morning we got this little report from Customs. Seems they found that pilot for us, the one that ran Higgins down. At least they say they found what was left of him.
Where?
Just north of Nogales. They figure he came across the border about 50 feet trying to beat the radar, crashed near the side of a mountain. Spread weed for half a mile.
Did, Mike hear anything about our load?
Want to tell him the good news?
Spear phoned Mike this morning. Said that they're ready with the ton. Now all we have to do is come up with the money. We got 2 days.
Well, 100 grand, that's more than I make in a week.
Where are we gonna get $100,000 of flash?
That's what we've been asking. With the state and our own money, we can raise 60 grand, no more. We've tapped Vice, intelligence, everyone.
Well, what about the feds?
The feds?
Yeah.
I'd rather borrow from a loan shark.
Sounds good. Klein's one of the biggest around. How's the deal to go down?
We've already let 100 keys go just to get locked in tight. Pepper and our snitch flash the money and we get the load.
This informant, do we know him?
No.
Well, Bill, you know our policy about informants. We like to meet them, interview them personally before we enter a joint investigation.
Yeah, well, you know our policy about informants. Dan, this thing's all together. It's ready to go right now. Now, we don't want to screw it up, okay?
Cooperation. We want that. We'd just like to have Pepper duke in one of our own men so that we can identify all the players.
The players? Dan, will you understand something, please? Nobody's playing. They've already killed one of Admark's snitches.
Look, Bill, you guys are locals. Now, we're looking at the overall aspects of the case. The big picture, so to speak. Who's doing what, when, where?
The big picture, huh? Okay, here it is. You guys couldn't catch a crook in the county jail. Klein moves more weed and junk in a week than you seize in a year. That's the big picture. Let's get the hell out of here. I'll borrow the money from the bank.
Let's look at this like a business deal, all right? Now, we're putting in 60,000 and you're putting in 40. So, we're the major stockholders. We call the shots. So either you're in or you're out. It's just that simple.
We're in. But I still want a little photo of that snitch for our files.
Well, I've seen better.
I've seen worse.
Crowley? Nice room you picked out for us. Nice double bed? Oh, you're kidding. I hope you're receiving me well. I'm going to stash the money in the closet.
Crowley, I still think we should have one of my own men in there just to play it safe.
Dan, the only reason we're into him at all is because Mike's been able to convince him that Pepper's his girlfriend. Klein won't do business with strangers.
Okay, we're in room 1. Right next to 2. We'll meet you here in about 15 minutes. Right. That was Spear. He said after the money count, we're to go to an abandoned airstrip and pick up the load. So watch our bags, Crowley.
Hey, Bill. Yeah. All right. It's Crowley. Spears here, but there's not a crook with him.
Crook, huh? Sound like a cop.
Come on. Vern?
Hello?
Be cool, man. Just be cool. Got a lot of money here, just protecting our investment.
It's okay.
And just back when this thing's over, huh?
Feels like the Mexican was armed.
Spare every nickel.
How much is in each stack?
Trusting Crook, he's counting every dollar.
20. Okay. We'll lead you to the Lord. You follow us in the camper. I'll take the money for insurance.
Don't let him take the bread.
Put it back on the bed. You've seen ours, now stop messing around. Now, I really mean it. Our agreement, remember? We work hand to hand.
Right. I'll call you and tell you where you can pick it up. Come on.
Relax, you did fine. Go through this on every deal. Now is where the rubber meets the road.
When the money and the load get together, right?
Mm-hmm. If it's gonna rip, that's when it'll happen. I'll tell you what, when this thing's finished, I'll buy you the biggest steak in town.
You're on.
You're not included in that, Crowley.
Hey, big fella, you thirsty? How about something cold?
Yeah, sure. Your treat?
My treat. I'll be right back.
Be quiet. If you do anything crazy, I'll blow your head off.
Oh, damn. We're not rescuing a ship with a platoon of Marines. We're hitting it hard. What do you think they do to Pepper?
Bill. You guys got Klein all wrong. I mean, I think this deal is still together. You think Klein would kidnap a cop? No way, man. If he'd smelled the heat, he'd just back off quietly. You guys ought to know how Klein works. You taught him everything he knows.
Well, you know him a lot better. How would you handle it?
Just wait for the phone call. It'll come. When it does, just play it by ear. Just go on like everything's together. Come on.
Bill, now there's no way you'd let him take $100,000 out in the desert alone. He could be part of this whole thing.
Well, if he is, he's got an awfully tight act, I'll say that.
Now, we're going to play like the deal's together, except for one thing. I want you to get that chopper up there. When that call comes in, I want you up there.
Crowley, you send him out there with our bread, and it's all yours. It's your responsibility. If something goes wrong, it's your baby.
Man, you really hang in there, don't you?
You sure ease some worries I've got about your boyfriend.
Yeah?
In this business, you got to cover your own. Because no one else will.
What are you worried about? We did 100 and everything went okay.
Two things, baby. One, a rip. And $1 million worth of grass is temptation enough to turn a preacher's head around. Second, you could be the man. Or maybe you're working for him.
Two of us can't rip off a ton of grass. And do I look like heat?
I don't know, baby doll. But I own a little motel down near Mazatlan. Caters to gentlemen of sport. Drinking, fishing, ladies. If your partner doesn't come through as planned, you may be involved in a whole new line of work.
You're too much. You've got me as hostage and still worried about Mike.
Just cautious. Besides, I'm beginning to enjoy your company.
12 wide 50. Come in there, 10.
This is their 10. Go ahead.
Pete? Mike's en route to the meet location south of Highway 111 east of Palm Canyon. You have him in sight?
That's a Roger. We got a good shot of the camper from here.
Terrific.
Yeah, I'm alone. Where's the girl?
Open up the camper. I want to check inside.
That's right, amigo. I still got your gun. Be a good boy now. Maybe I'll give it back to you.
Better looking at John there, Vern. Where's the money?
Now, you got a one-track mind, man. Now, I ask you, where's the girl? And where's my grass?
You'll get him. Follow us.
Came alone? No tail?
Alone. I searched the camper, too.
Let's go, babe. I've had it with this clown's bad dude routine. The deal's off.
Hold it right there. I'm calling the shots.
Why don't you use that thing, man, or put it away? Look, this deal's gone sour, so we're just gonna take our bread and split.
You're right, this deal is sour.
Hold it. Have you got the bread?
From the start. You've seen it. Where's the dope?
Close by. Spears will take you to it as soon as I've got the bucks.
You're nuts. You've been holding me in lieu of the money. I'm your collateral, so let's just keep it that way.
Well, that's terrific. Except if your big boyfriend here decides to split with the weed. I'm left sitting here sucking my thumb.
Hey, look, Klein, I'll stay here with you. She goes to the load and lays the money on Spear when they take delivery. That satisfy you?
Okay, give her the keys to the camper. And you come over here and sit down, because you make a bigger target anyway.
Well, that's it. Just the two of us.
You're beautiful. And you're on for the steak. Take care of yourself.
Come on, hurry up. We gotta get this unloaded. Pretty neat, huh? We got 4 just like this. We move 7, 8 tons a week.
Beautiful, just beautiful.
Doing a good business in heroin, too, so tell your people we got our end covered.
You sure do. I'll say that for you.
Let's go get the money. They'll be through here in a minute. We better both
Get your hands on top of your head.
You're crazy. You can't rip off.
Tell your friends to jump down.
Police!
Okay, Freddie, all yours. Keep an eye on them.
Joe?
Yes.
Give me the keys to this cuss, will you?
Okay, how are we gonna get Mike back?
Money, where's the money? Pepper, you didn't leave the money with Mike.
It's in the camper. Dan, don't you ever stop worrying?
Yeah, I know. It's only money.
Mr. Spear here is going to drive back just like everything went down okay, aren't you, Mr. Spear?
It won't work.
It better work.
$50-1. Pete, stay with them. I'm taking a shortcut.
going as planned. You ready, Mike?
Cut it, lady. Vern, get over here.
I can't. There's a cop in the back seat with a gun on my head.
You tell that cop friend of yours to throw his gun out the window. I'm gonna cut Mike in two. And I'm not playing around.
Joe?
Get the money, Vern. You get over here. Relax. Get over here. Come on now. Come on.
You and I are gonna take a little flight.
Tell him to get that chopper out of here. She's a dead lady. Damn it, Vern. Come on. Will you move? Let's go. Damn it, Vern. Come on. Move. Now.
So, now what? Where do you go from here?
Mechanic, I guess. Work on someone else's cars. A good one.
I'm sure you are. Listen, Mike, I want to say something about the way you helped us. You really...
Save it. Besides, here comes Crowley and company. Just in the nick of time, so I'm just about to get serious myself.
We just finished the reports. Thanks for waiting.
Oh, you're welcome. How's our old Fed friend Dan?
Oh, he went running back to Uncle Sam, clutching every dollar.
Gentlemen may as well sit down.
Oh, yeah, sit down.
Thank you kindly.
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh, speaking of friends, how did Klein know the deal hadn't gone down when I got back?
The headlights. If the deal had gone down as planned, Spear was going to drive back with the headlights on.
Klein. I always had the kicker.
Well, Bill, you gonna tell him?
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. I talked to a good friend of mine, a big businessman, told him about you and your racing. He said that if you dropped by, he'd sponsor your car, like a tax write-off.
Well, it looks like you're back in the racing business. Congratulations.
It's great, Bill. I'll tell you one thing, it's a hell of a lot safer than the business you guys are in.
I'll drink to that.
Stabbed 6 times, twice in the heart.
The neighbors, nobody saw anything.
I live here, remember? You and your wife live 2 doors down.
Well, as long as I'm here.
That could be the start of some new pattern. There's someone out there all wrapped up in hate.
Yes, for policewomen. In case you forget, that's what I am. I'm a cop. Okay. Now, Sarah, for when we were bunkies together, because you never had any cologne of your own.
I was always running out because you always kept ripping me off. Ooh, Noche de Luna. Night of the moon.
Well, don't wear it when any loonies around. Okay?
The way things have been going these days, I'll settle for one of those.
Welcome back. How was your trip?
Pepper. Oh, wonderful.
Oh, listen, for all of you police persons who haven't met Irene Boyer, this is Irene Boyer.
Hi, Irene.
She's new. Stolen property. Lots of luck.
Oh, Pepper. Perfect timing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Lay.
Hold it down in here. Sounds like a hen party.
Hey.
Welcome back. Oh.
Hey, get out of here, man. This is our oasis.
Wait till I get my enchilada. I didn't get one postcard from you.
William, the cruise was only for 7 days. Besides, you just moved and I lost my address book.
That's a likely story.
But I think this should appease you.
Mexican jelly beans, right?
No, it's not. Swiss.
Let me see.
It cost a lot of pesetas, so I want you to wear it.
Look at that.
Oh, Liz.
Wow.
Okay, it's only for very special occasions, okay? So don't wear it all the time. You don't want to
Are
hurt
you
it.
kidding? This is my everyday watch. Put that right on.
Oh!
This means we're engaged, right?
Only during office hours. Oh, how's Honey Bunch? Oh, you were such a sweetheart for taking care
I
of
tell
him.
you, I give you a little clue about Honey Bunch. He's not sleeping on my bed, and I'm curled up on the newspapers in the corner. It's a dumb name for a dog. I get it. If you don't think I feel silly going out in the back yelling, "Come on, Honey Bunch, here, Honey Bunch."
Crowley, the way I hear it, you gave Liz the dog and you named it.
Is that what you hear? Listen, you stick around till after work. I take you over to Vinny's and buy you the biggest steak in the house. I must stop out at my place and pick up Honey Bunch. It's a silly name for a dog.
Now does it make any sense?
Well,
Which means not really, but it will later. Right?
Pepper, I'm not exactly a nosy type,
But be nosy, you're a cop.
well, back in there, Liz Robeson and Sergeant Crowley, well, I was wondering, is there some sort of thing between them?
Yeah, they love each other. See, about, must be 12 years now. Crowley and Liz's brother were partners in Ad-Narc. And they were working a case, closing in on a dealer. The dealer was armed, was about to take a shot at Bill when Robeson rushed him, and he got the bullet instead. And it killed him. So now Liz is a cop, and Crowley is like a big brother to her. That's the thing between them.
When'd you get back, Liz?
Oh, well, the ship docked about noon. So I went home and I took a nap, which I needed desperately. Then I just came right down here to see you guys.
Hope you had a nice time, did you?
Oh, excellent.
What are you thinking about?
Just wondering.
What are you wondering?
You're sure this is your treat?
Sure, why would you ask a dumb question like that? Listen, even though I said steak, I just gotta tell you, I hear that Vinny has a new sandwich. Tuna and pimento loaf. That's just, no, but have the steak.
If you
have
help
the steak. Have the steak. Sarah,
oh,
did you get the message?
yeah, Bill, thanks. I'd love to join you, but I've got to show these to Hopkins.
You're not going with us?
No, I'm sorry. I've worked on 6 unfit mother cases today. 6, and I'm
Okay.
just too pooped.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
See you next time.
all right?
Okay,
Bye-bye. Pep?
Thank you.
My cabin mate was this lady named Ms. Nimrova.
Your cabin maid was named Ms. Nimrova?
Mm-hmm. When I first met her, I thought, my Lord, how am I going to live with all this smoke?
Lots of cigarettes, huh?
No. It's even worse.
No. Cigars?
No. She smoked a pipe, Pepper.
A pipe? She
You're
smoked in the
kidding.
cabin?
Sure it was Ms. Nimrova?
No
I
doubt.
mean, from what I hear, these cruises really swing.
But he walked up to me and said to me, "What line of work are you in, Miss Robeson?" And I said, "I'm in vice, sir."
Then he wasn't so bored anymore.
Hey, I was sitting at the captain's table next night. The champagne just flowed.
Bill, when can I get 7 days off to just take a dinghy to Catalina?
You gotta be dingy to ask a question like that.
Stabbed 6 times, twice in the heart.
The neighbors, nobody saw anything.
No,
No fingerprints.
nothing except the dead policewoman. And maybe this. Hoyt Wiley. You know the name.
Sure, Arizona City. Wanted for killing a couple of policewomen there a few months ago, right?
Wanted, never caught. It's the same MO. Bedroom, dark, gloves, 6 knife wounds, no sexual attack, no apparent motive.
Just insane.
Just insane. But maybe Wiley decided to come to the West Coast. He was reported in Portland and Spokane. Maybe he's down here now.
Captain, we won't in on this, all right?
Franklin and his men will continue on the Wiley end. That's the only possibility we have. I want you to talk to Liz Robeson. She and Rossi were roommates. Find out everything she knows.
She's waiting in my office right now, Captain. She wants in on this, too.
It was 6 weeks ago that she'd found this house, a rental. She said it was about time that we each had a place of our own. I think she just wanted to do something extravagant with her rave.
Is that when she moved?
Yeah.
Liz? How long did the two of you share your house?
2 years.
Liz, in that time, were there any men who she knew, dated, that might have been a problem? Something personal?
Sarah didn't go out.
Never?
With guys from the academy. When you're in juvenile, your job is your life. You deal with the kids and the parents, or you're always trying to solve some heavy situation.
Were any of those situations especially heavy recently?
Maybe one.
When was this?
About 6 months ago.
What was that, honey?
There was a drunk who had been accused of abusing his children, and he put 2 babies in the hospital. His wife was too scared to testify, and Sarah had finally convinced her to file for divorce.
Did the guy know that Sarah convinced her?
Oh, yeah. I don't know how he got her number, but he did. He started calling Sarah and saying that she had ruined his life. And threatening her.
Well, didn't she report it?
Well, I think she was going to, but then the call stopped.
Liz, do you know his name?
No. But I bet if I looked in her files, I'd find a name.
Come on, I'll help you.
Thank you. So once in a while, Sarah and I would, we'd have a beer and we'd stay up late at night and we'd talk. And one night after we'd seen this movie with a lot of really great-looking people in it, Sarah said, "I am plain. I was born plain. And if I could have one wish, I wish I could be pretty for one day. No, make that a one weekend." She didn't know how beautiful she was.
That'll be $2.25. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello?
Hi, may I help
Colleen
you?
Hawkins. I'm Sergeant Crowley. This is Sergeant Anderson. Police Department. I'd like to talk to you.
Whatever this is about, can we talk later? I'm real busy.
So are we.
Look, I'm very sorry about that girl. I heard about it on the radio, and I went to church, and I lit a candle for her. But I don't know anything about how she died.
Was murdered. You're married to Sam Hawkins, right?
Was.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to locate him.
Well, you're cops. That shouldn't be hard.
We haven't been able to find him.
Well, that's your problem. Look, I have customers, and my boss is giving me some cockeyed looks.
Why don't we let the boss handle that, I'm sure.
And blow my job, that's all I need.
Mrs. Hawkins, a 23-year-old policewoman named Sarah Rossi is dead.
I know that. And I said it. I'm sick about that. She was the best thing that ever happened to me. Talking me into getting rid of that bum. But I can't help you.
He put 2 of your children in the hospital, one with a concussion, one with 3 fractured ribs, right?
Colleen, where is he?
I don't know.
Have you seen him recently?
About 3 weeks ago.
You want to tell us where?
He came by the house one night to ask for some money, obviously for booze. I gave it to him and he left.
Do you know where he's living now?
Somewhere in Rosella, a rooming house or an apartment. I don't know.
Thank you.
Bill?
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, you anything about Hoyt Wiley yet?
Yeah, so far he's been spotted twice. First time he turned out to be a local minister. Second time he was an engineer who just flown in for a month in Japan. Here's Hawkins' mugshot. Let's get busy on him.
This guy Hawkins, we'll start checking the Rosella area, huh?
Yeah, concentrate especially on the bars.
All right.
Bill, let's visit Jim's grave.
Sure, honey. Yeah.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, honey.
Anything?
A couple of love letters from upstairs.
Yeah, I read the one about the policewomen protecting themselves, etc.
Yeah, well, that's the one with the et ceteras. We've gone with the damn it.
To all division heads, we're being besieged by the public, the press, not to mention the commissioner. Nearly a week's gone by, damn it. And we haven't come up with a thing on the S. Rossi case. S. Rossi? By the end of the month, it's going to be Sarah who? The Hawkins suspect is obviously not in the Rosella area. 7 phone calls today alone, and the alleged local whereabouts of subject Hoyt Wiley have all turned out to be dead ends.
Excuse me, communications just heard from Pete and Joe. They got a tip on Hawkins. He's been spotted in a bar near the harbor.
Hallelujah.
Joe.
Hawkins, come here. We just want to talk with you. Hold it. Please, off the car. Come on.
Come on. Come on down. Come on down. Come on.
All right, come on, put him on the car. Stretch him out.
What are you talking about, phoned her? I never phoned her.
You sure about that, Hawkins? Huh? You sure you didn't phone up Sarah Rossi and threaten her? How slowly fast, huh?
Please listen. I told you.
Suppose we tell you. Suppose we tell you that there was another policewoman listening in on the extension to your conversation, and she can identify your voice.
Okay. But I never threatened her.
Oh, come on, Hawkins. That's just not the way we heard it.
I just said to her that they were my kids, my family. And she should have minded her own damn business. I didn't like her. I even hated her, okay?
Did you hate her enough to kill her?
I didn't kill her. I didn't even threaten her.
Why'd you try to run? 2 police officers called out to you. You took them for quite a ride.
I didn't know they were the heat. I thought, well, I owe some money. I thought they were trying to collect.
Where were you last Friday night, Hawkins?
It's 1,000 years ago.
Well, think back 1,000 years. Where were you?
I must have been with a friend. Girl I knew.
What was her name?
Rose.
Rose who?
Brarely. B-R-E-A-R-L-Y.
Who is she?
She ain't no nun.
Rose? I got 2 of them lived here. Real flowers, both of them.
Rose Brarely.
Yeah, she's the one who moved out.
When?
3 days ago.
Do you know where?
Where? Lady, her rent was paid up. I couldn't care less where.
Tell me something. Was she here last Friday night?
I guess so.
With somebody?
Well, let's put it this way. If she wasn't upstairs with one of her tricks, I'm Princess Grace.
Do you happen to know with whom?
No, I don't. Look, I rent out rooms with kitchenettes. I try to keep the halls clean. I wash off any filthy language from the walls as soon as I see it. That garden out there, that tacky garden, I try to keep it from looking double tacky. All of which puts me into bed at about 10 o'clock, and which means that I couldn't keep up with the traffic around here if I wanted to.
You behave yourself.
Bill, any luck?
Oh.
No. What's with Hawkins?
Well, they let him go.
Oh, no.
The polygraph proved inconclusive. And that public defender, Chopper, he came stomping in.
Yeah, you said it all, Pete. Chopper. Hoyt Wiley, has he been seen again?
Not in the last half hour.
Anything from Liz?
Nothing yet.
Shove up. I'm waiting for someone.
You want to see me?
Hello, Francine.
I've been out of town a couple days. My sister's real sick.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Plane fare cost me plenty.
How much?
$300.
That's awful high, Francine.
You paid it before.
Rose Brarely. Do you know her?
Oh, she's an acquaintance.
Yeah. We're looking for her hard.
How hard, Liz?
$300.
Oh, there was an extra 50 for the cab fare, so tips, you know.
Do you know where she is?
How about it?
$350. You'll have it tomorrow.
She went back to her pimp. Dude named Ossie Dalton. You know him?
No. Where's his place?
Chelsea Street. The apartment house on the corner. Okay?
Thank you. Give my best to your sister.
She's feeling better already.
Yeah.
You Rose Burley? I mean, he said you were something, but he didn't prepare me for all this.
Who said that?
Ossie. Ossie Dalton? I don't know, maybe I'm in the wrong place.
No, you're in the right place, Ansel. Come on in.
Listen, on second thought, Rose, why don't you just come along with me? Let's slip into a fishnet, honey. Let's move it.
Hey, Liz, your Ho Chi Minh's getting cold. Not to mention your butterfly shrimp.
I'm not hungry. It's been such a week.
Yeah, isn't it?
I'm glad it's over, but I'm not hungry.
Not hungry? Well, then maybe you don't mind if we help you out a bit, do you?
No.
Did the Burley girl roll over on Hawkins?
No, because she was with Hawkins.
What?
That's right. They spent the evening together. She said he drank too much, conked out, hit the sack. Then two of her girlfriends came over and they played cards the rest of the night. He was there in plain sight.
We checked them both out separately. It's true.
And that leaves us with Hoyt Wiley as our only suspect.
Hoyt Wiley. We just got word they picked him up an hour ago and they're flying him back to Arizona City. He's been holed up in Ohio for 2 months.
Just isn't our day, is it?
Honey Bunch. Over here, Honey Bunch. Let's eat. Come on. Poor baby's getting so old she can hardly see.
Yeah, but she can still eat. Look at her go.
I tell you something, she wouldn't do that for me. I'd hand feed her.
Okay, well, let's see what we have for us.
Are you inviting us to dinner?
Hey, according to my watch, I'd say it's about time we went out and had a bite to eat someplace. What do you say to Mazzarino's, little veal picante?
Well, I've got to walk Honey Bunch later, and I think it's going to be raining. Bill, I'm really frustrated. I couldn't smile at a waiter to save my life.
Could you smile at me?
Oh, you too.
Let me see what I have here.
Why don't I make the salad? Tell her what a good salad I
she
make.
makes a great salad.
I bet.
You got any cucumbers? She's great with cucumbers.
Yes, and carrots.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
give me the carrots.
Bear? Tell you what, right after dinner, why don't we take Honey Bunch for a walk? Then we'll pack you off with peppers for the night, okay?
What?
Yeah, we talked about it, and I think Bill's right. Wiley's locked up, Hawkins is out of the picture, and Sarah's murder, well, that could be the start of some new pattern. There's someone out there all wrapped up in hate.
Yes, for police women. And in case you forget, that's what I am. I'm a cop. I have a gun, I know how to use it, and this place has more locks than San Quentin.
Yeah, well, I'd like it if you'd spend the night at Pep's.
I've got sole, crab au gratin, lasagna, lasagna.
Listen, do you have any lasagna?
I'll look.
Who is me?
Jeremy.
Mr. Jenkins.
Jeremy Jenkins, at your service, Sergeant. What are you doing here?
I live here, remember? You and your wife live 2 doors down.
Well, as long as I'm here.
It's late, Mr. Jenkins.
Dr. Mike Besser. Dr. Mike Besser. Nurses Station.
Sergeant Crowley.
Sergeant Crowley. I'm Dr. Lieberman.
Is she still alive?
Yeah? Thanks to the neighbor who found her and called us.
She's gonna make it.
Well, we're trying. Can't be sure about that. She's in intensive care.
I want to see her.
Sergeant, only family is allowed in there.
It's okay, I'm her family.
We'll stay only a few minutes.
Dr. Robert Crowell. Please report to 6th floor nurses station.
Joe?
Yeah, Pep, we just talked to a neighbor named Volpe. Lives next door to Liz.
What's he got?
Well, he said something about the storm kept him awake last night. He thought he heard shots. So he went to the window, saw a male Caucasian run to a car, get in it, and drive off. Late model Pinto, dark color. But he was able to get the first 3 numbers of the license, 746.
746. You checked with DMV?
They traced it to a rental company, name of Big Val. But you know, they have 7 outlets. So we rounded up the general manager. He says he thinks it's his place in Brandon.
Oh. I think this may be what you're looking for, Sergeant. It's our only 746.
Is the car here?
No. The client returned it about an hour ago. Then his father and his son came in. They were going to Tahoe or something, and they just rented it and drove it off. They didn't even.
You mean the car's not here?
No.
This is Frank Navarre. Is he the one that turned it in?
Yes, and out of towner from New Orleans. Their license plate.
He rented it, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Had he ever been in before?
Yes. A week ago yesterday. A different car, same customer.
What did he look like?
Looked like? He was very ordinary looking, in his 30s, 34, 33, maybe a little bit younger.
Tall or short? What?
Medium. I'd have to say medium. Maybe a little taller than medium.
Pep, look at this. Navarre. Today he signed it with 1 hour, last week with 2.
Oh, let's move on that.
Miss, you want to go down to headquarters with us, please?
Oh, look, if this is just about a stolen license or something,
It's more than just a stolen license, believe me.
Well, but I'm alone here.
I understand. You want to call your boss and tell him you're closing up for a while? Just tell him 2 cops want you to go down and look at some pictures, okay? Thanks very much.
using any of these men.
Okay, try this one. Please, just take your time. Just keep looking, all right? Yeah.
I got that New Orleans number. Talked to an old woman. She could hardly speak English, and you know my French. All I could gather was that this Navarre was at work and wouldn't be home till tonight.
Nothing yet, huh?
No. Sergeant Crowley's office. Yes? Yes. I see.
Dr. Mansfield. Dr. Mansfield. Report to X-ray.
Sorry, we did everything we could. She died just a few minutes ago.
Dr. Eman, report to the resident doctor.
The landlady said her husband took the dog to the park. They won't be gone long. You want to drive over?
No, why don't we just wait?
This was left with the landlady for Liz and the ship's photographer. Dear Liz, we pulled in yesterday after another mad, gay 7 days. Sorry you weren't home, but I thought I'd drop these off rather than mail them. You know that service, Jim. P.S. I'll try to phone you for a quick hello before we sail again tonight. Do you want to see him?
She really had a nice time, didn't she?
Looks that way. Bill? I know hunches are just that. Hunches.
I'm sorry, Pat. What'd you say?
I have a hunch. Frank Navarre, that stolen driver's license. Suppose, I mean, just maybe, it was stolen from him aboard a ship. He might have been a passenger on the same ship as Liz. We could check that out. And do you remember the day Liz got back last week? She told you she had lost her address book. I thought she was just putting you on, but what if she didn't lose it? You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, go ahead.
What if, let's say, what if somebody lifted it from her purse or it was taken from her cabin? I mean, it was filled with addresses, like Sarah's. Sarah Rossi was murdered exactly 1 week ago, the night the ship got in. What I'm trying to get at is, what if the killer worked on the ship and murdered Sarah using the same MO as Wiley to throw us off. I mean, Wiley's case was written up in the papers for weeks, for months.
But he was really after Liz. Is that what you mean?
Possible.
Tupper, what's the name of that steamship line?
Shelley. L-L-E-Y.
You remember the name of that funny lady she said was her cabin mate? The one who smoked the pipe? You remember her name? Mrs. Nimmerover, if our theory's right, could you tell us if there might have been somebody on board ship, maybe even a crewman?
Who wanted to kill her? Oh, no, he'd have to be demented, a totally deranged mind. No, they were all so fond of her. And aside from her being so pretty, she was just herself. Elizabeth. Oh. Oh, no, I couldn't.
What is that, Mrs. Nimmerover?
No, it would be an accusation that I couldn't be certain of, so it would be unjust, wrong. My conscience, I wouldn't.
Would you please?
Well, Elizabeth and I, we ate together at the same table with another couple, the Mazes from San Diego. Oh, sweet people. And they assigned us a waiter, a young man by the name of Albert. Al. And he was obviously very attracted to Elizabeth. And how did... Oh, he wanted to... How do they say it these days? Wanted to come on with her? Pleasantly, but persistently. Of course, at first it maybe flattered her. But then it began to bother her. And she began to talk to me about him. And about how... she'd be dancing with someone, and he'd be there off in the corner of a lounge just watching her. And I told her, I said, Elizabeth, dear, now, you shouldn't let that bother you. He's just lonely and a little lovesick. But now, this is the picture that I took at the captain's gala. Oh, now there's Elizabeth, and here are the Mazes, and there's he, the waiter, Al.
Joe, check that out.
Hey, Pete. Yeah.
Albert Mead, this is it.
It's Liz's address book. Say this man's not yet on board?
No, Sergeant, but the crew's due back within the hour.
Let's get those black and whites off the dock. The rest of them in the port.
Two guys down there. Hey, Pete. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Bill.
Yeah, William.
Let's get all these uniformed officers out of sight. We don't want this guy making us first.
Right. Let's go.
That's him.
Come on. Hey. Ain't worth it, man.
Yeah, baby.
I'm gonna have a brandy. You want one?
Yeah, I guess so.
Here you go.
Thanks.
It was good seeing all those people, huh? A lot of people loved her. Bill, Liz used to ask your advice on a lot of things. She asked you if you thought she'd make a good cop, and you told her yes. And that was the right answer because that's what she wanted. I hope you know you did the right thing. Do you know you did?
Hey, honey bunch. Dumb name for a dog.
the cops want me, and if they find me, they're gonna make me talk. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
But as of right now, we want him. So get to your snitches and light some fires under him.
Mrs. Osborne, the real reason I'm here is to ask for your help.
Doing what?
We're trying to find Cleon Wells.
All right, Wells. We're the police. Hold her right there.
All right, this is the holdup, you people. Nobody make a stupid move and nobody gets hurt.
All units in the vicinity in 13 Adam 43 and 211 silent at 1012 Raleigh. 13 Adam 43, your call is code 3.
Same memo as last week and the week before. Same disappearing motorcycle act.
Taking it kind of personally, aren't you?
No, I'm not taking it personally. I just get tired of being outsmarted once a week.
Only once a week. That's kind of an improvement, isn't it?
Why do I feed you a line like that?
All units, code 4. Roger, 13 Adam 30. That's Sam Queen Adam 85.
Well, they got here fast.
Yeah, just not fast enough. Anything new or different?
No, the same various descriptions as usual, but everybody agrees on the helmet.
What about the employees? Were they any help?
Yeah, well, they all agree on one thing, too.
What, that they was robbed?
I bet there was no camera at this place
Huh?
either.
We're lucky. Got a tape deck.
I don't know how good the pictures are, but...
At least we got a tape.
Well, how about that? What do you say, about 5'6", 5'7", 165 pounds, something like that?
Caucasian, Oriental, black?
All of the above.
He didn't carry out any more than he could carry easily.
No? Just what he got from the tellers, same as before. Obviously, he didn't want to take too much time.
Left-handed. Yeah, he held his gun with his left hand and looked at his watch on his right. Let's take a look at it again.
Come in.
Here's a readout cast for Sergeant.
Oh, thank you, Sergeant, excuse me, Officer Quinlan, right. Oh.
You're welcome anytime.
She's in Taberlane.
Quinlan.
Certainly is.
Quinny.
Yeah, I thought I remembered some holdups a few years ago with them all similar to the ones we've been working on. Like, well, I mean, not exactly the same, but close. Disguises, the quick getaway, the recorded voice, all that. So
So you took your recollections down to tabulating on the first floor, and Officer Quinlan fed them into the computer.
2130, it's an incredible machine.
Must be, with measurements like that.
Yeah, well, let's see what we got here. Andrew Turner and Raymond Osborne convicted 6 counts of armed robbery, still serving time in a federal penitentiary. Cleon Wells. Now, there's a familiar name.
Sure is. Big rap sheet. Armed robbery, assault, GT, burglary. Probably serving time somewhere, usually.
Not necessarily. It seems he turned state's evidence against these other 2 clowns, Turner and Osborne. His testimony put him away, and he got off with 2 years, which were up a little more than 2 months ago.
How about a description?
He back on the streets?
Yeah, you could say he's back on the streets, but it's more likely an alley.
Who was his parole officer?
Albert Mark, his P.O., has reported him in violation of parole, disappeared 2 weeks after he got out. Male, Caucasian, 36 years old, 6'4", 270 pounds.
My type, but definitely not our hold-up man.
Nobody could be running it, couldn't he? With a new set of partners.
Motorcycle disappearing with 2 riders in broad daylight.
And with money.
All right. Cleon Wells has been on the wanted list for a couple of months, but as of right now, we want him. So get to your snitches and light some fires under him. Triple it if you have to.
See you later, Ben.
Yeah. I got a list of some names here for you to check out. When it comes to girls' friends, looks like, Cleon like variety.
These 2 in jail, they have families?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Osborne was married and has 2 children. Turner's married and has 1 kid. Both the wives still live in town.
His address is current?
You think the computer would lie to me?
Of course not. Sergeant, Crowley.
I'm pretty busy today, miss, and I really don't need anything.
And I'm Sergeant Anderson. I'd like to speak to you for a few minutes, if I may.
My God, Raymond, something happened to him.
No, Mrs. Osborne, he's fine as far as I know.
Oh, well, come on in. Would you like a cup of coffee?
That'd be good, black. No sugar.
Okay, go on in. I'll heat it up.
All right. Thank you. Hi.
Hi,
Who are you?
I'm the Osborne kid. I'm Harry.
Hi, Harry.
Harry, this is, Miss Anderson.
We've met.
Mom, may I play over at Spoosy's house?
Sure.
You be careful crossing the streets, huh? Look both ways.
Okay, don't worry, Mom.
He's adorable.
Let's face it. You're right. Coffee's hot. Let's have a cup.
Sorry.
It's okay. Keeps you hopping, doesn't it?
Well, I was a model in my younger days, so making the transition to hostess wasn't too bad. Besides, I know the owner.
Looks like a nice place to work.
Yeah, it is some nights. Could pay more, but I manage.
This cost an arm and a leg to keep a kid in boarding school today.
Since you know all about me, why the questions?
I'm looking for Cleon Wells. I hoped you could help me.
I thought he was in jail.
He was in jail. He got paroled. Promptly disappeared. See, we think he's involved with the helmets.
Who are the helmets?
Those motorcycle bank robbers. In the papers?
Oh, yeah. Well, he could be. He's sure capable of anything. He turned my husband and Ray Osborne into a couple of thieves. He sure wouldn't have done it without him. Why don't you ask them?
We plan to. In the meantime, if he comes waltzing in here some night, how about giving us a call, will you?
Oh, don't worry. Give Andy my best, okay?
Okay.
Now, this Andy Turner, were your husband and he good friends?
Since high school. They were in the same unit in the service. Andy and Ray had the same problem. No jobs.
Do you know the third man, Cleon Wells?
I didn't even know he existed until he testified. You know, the whole thing was his idea from the beginning. He planned those crimes. Gloria and I didn't know what was going on. We were just happy the boys were working steady and brought home some money.
Is that Gloria Turner? Uh-huh. Well, what did your husbands tell you that they did for a living?
Clerical work for the Racing Association. That's what they told us. Oh, they both knew some accounting, so it made sense. They said once in a while they'd get inside information on a horse, and they'd bet on it, and they won. I believed it. Every bit of it.
Listen, I had a friend once. Her husband kept telling her he went fishing. He even brought home the fish. It's easy to be deceived. Mrs. Osborne, the real reason I'm here is to ask for your help.
Doing what?
We're trying to find Cleon Wells.
Did he escape?
He was released.
Oh, that's right. He got the short term. What's he done now?
Jump parole. We have reason to believe he could be mixed up in a series of bank robberies. You might have read about them. The press has been referring to them as helmets.
The men that ride the motorcycles. I heard a news broadcast. They held up a bank this morning, didn't they?
That's right.
I wish I could tell you something to help. I can't think of anything. I didn't know him. I never even spoke to him. I sure hope you get him.
We will. Thank you for your time.
That's all right. It's nice to talk to somebody about Raymond besides Harry.
You miss him, of course.
Yeah. But he'll be back one day, and we'll get by. I've got a job.
Oh, good.
Dental technician, about 4 days, and we're making it. Just.
You know, I noticed, of course, your little boy is very durable. Children don't get that way by themselves. You've done very well with him.
Loving him helps. And he's not teased as much by the kids about his father anymore, but when he is...
Goodbye, Mrs. Osborne. Now, if you should recall anything about Cleon Wells, you'll phone me at headquarters?
Sure.
You go up and visit him often?
No, not often. It's a long trip.
I'll tell him you sent your love.
Okay. That too. Excuse me.
I used to have one just like that. You can get them just about anywhere.
This guy probably stole it.
Oh, Crawley, what's happening?
Hello, Doc.
Everything's slow in pathology, huh?
Got a little...
Pepper, you are the picture of health.
Told you guys.
But then that's the way it always is. You gentlemen will have to step outside while I examine the patient.
Doc, listen before you lose your head. We got some tape here on a bank robber. Joe, you put that in?
Yes, sir, right away.
We've looked at it so many times, we've run out of ideas. We thought maybe you might come up with a thought.
Bit livelier than most of my patients. Awkward bit of running there at the end.
Yeah, he was scared. I don't think he meant to shoot that guy. It looked like an accident to me.
How is he, by the way, Doctor? Have you heard?
Oh, he's still critical. May I see the thing again?
Joe?
Sure, Doc. Look, you can have my seat. I'm gonna follow a hunch, Bill. Thanks. See you later.
Something about him bothers me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, there's a lot bothering me, too, including several people who outrank us all. One thing, hey, Pete.
Yes?
Get a bulletin out to all these banks with cameras. Tell them to hook up tape recorders so we can hear what's going on, will you?
Right. Good to see you, Doc.
Yeah. See you later.
Yeah, this is a blow up of his hand. We had it blown up because I thought maybe that watch might be something special, but unfortunately it's not.
Exaggerated tuberosity of the humerus. Got very broad shoulders. Short radius. Underdeveloped carpus.
What's that mean in English?
Oh, for a man with very broad shoulders, he's got short arms and very small hands and wrists, almost feminine. Well, possibly it could be the result of polio when he was a child or an accident. I mean, either way could affect the manner of his running.
What about his powerful shoulders?
Oh, well, that's overcompensation. It's very common in this case.
All I can say is I hope you find that, Bill. I wish I could tell you where to look.
You blame him for you being here, don't you?
Of course I do. We says I did to begin with, and then he blew the whistle on us. Well, I can't blame him altogether. I didn't have to listen to him, did I?
Mr. Turner, let me give you a little advice. When you come up before that parole board, I'd suggest that being sore at Cleon Wells isn't going to do you much good.
I'll show remorse, don't you worry. And it won't be acting, believe me.
What are your plans when you get out of here?
As a matter of fact, I've gotten into horticulture while I'm in here. I've studied it, and I'm good at it. Green, both of them. I think it's almost a gift. I really do. I don't know how enthusiastic my wife is going to be about it. It's not what you'd call exciting, I guess. How'd she look, Sergeant?
She looked very well. It's a nice place she works in. Mr. Turner, I appreciate your help.
Right.
Thank you very much. Your wife sends you her love.
Thanks. Sounds nice. You can't touch it, can you?
I haven't seen or heard from Cleon Wells since the trial, and I hope I never do again.
Do you blame him for getting you involved in the first place? Or for testifying against you?
Both.
If you hadn't been arrested, you might have gone on with it and been shot eventually.
Thought about that, too.
Your wife, Karen, is doing beautifully, especially with your little boy. He's something else.
What I did, it was rough on them, Sergeant Anderson. I hope to make it up to them someday.
How soon before your first parole hearing?
8 more months.
Have you filed for an appeal?
Public defender's office is so busy, it'll take him longer than that to get to us. We can't afford a private lawyer.
Goodbye, Mr. Osborne.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you with your problem. I think that...
What?
Well, I'm no detective, but I think it's very possible that Cleon Wells is involved in those holdups. And please get him fast, because he jeopardize my parole.
Now, look, we can't quit. We haven't got the 15,000.
We're gonna have to do it some other way.
Like what? Look, you know the lawyer needs the money up front before you even file for an appeal.
Now, look, if Gloria feels so uptight about it, maybe she should quit. I can handle the bike, and maybe we can get another man for the pickup.
Don't be silly. We couldn't find anybody we could trust. Look, the point is that even though the gun was in my hand, we're all wanted for assault and murder if he dies. Now, nobody quits.
What, is that a threat?
Oh, I'm not threatening anyone. Gloria, will you sit down and relax? Okay. It's just that we've come this far. I want us to go all the way, all right?
You know something? It seems to me next time if there's a security guard, he's gonna think twice.
What are you so eager about? Is it kicks? Is that all?
Not at all. I never lived so good before. Besides, there's a little thing, you know, like I've got a sick mama and 5 little brothers on the east side. They're eating now all they can handle. Oh, come on, listen. We're doing fine. We're doing better than Cleon ever did, and he's the one getting blamed for it.
How do you know?
Well, the word is out on the street that the cops want him. They want him real bad. And not just for jumping parole either. They think that he has masterminded our capers. You know, I bet it's killing him, getting the blame but not the bread.
Oh, I hope they get him. When they do, he won't have anybody to think on. Not this time.
Look, just 2 more, and we'll plan them very carefully, huh? Okay?
I hope my husband appreciates what I'm going through for him. The thing is, he'd never believe it. Neither would yours.
"2112 East Anchorage Boulevard, Cleon's new lady friend's address."
Sure she was telling you the truth?
Oh, yeah. She was good and mad. It's getting light already.
Mm-hmm. Usually does about this time of morning. Which is 5:16. Everybody else is awake.
Cleo Wells.
Move on it.
Easy, Wells. We just want to talk to you.
All right, Wells. We're the police. Hold it right there.
Back off. This one's dead at the door.
Charlie, we'll him alive. Yeah, I'll do my best, Bill. Hey, did you get caught up on your sleep today?
Not enough.
Well, I can't sleep in the afternoon.
Maybe you're not doing it right. Wasn't this our usual day to expect a holdup? Nothing, huh?
Nope. Maybe with Cleon out of the way, so are the holdups. Although I wouldn't make a bet on it.
Oh, yeah.
He might have invented this MO, but he didn't take patent on it. His 2 buddies are likely to try it any time without him.
Yeah.
Sergeant Crowley, yeah. Yes. Hold on just a minute, please.
Who is it?
It's your friend Miriam.
Hello? Yeah, I'm sorry. It was an...
All right, you stay right where you are, Miriam. We'll be right over. She's pretty broken up about Wells. She wants to talk to us. There goes your slip again.
You said you wanted him alive. We did, Miriam. He wouldn't surrender, tried to shoot his way free.
She's telling you the truth, Miriam. We just wanted to talk to him. We really did.
That Luella Kane. Did you lock her up? No charges against her. She's in pretty bad shape. I think she really loved him. Why, sure. Everybody loved Cleo. I mean, all the ladies. There's this problem.
That's what you want to tell us about, isn't it, Miriam? The names of all of Cleon's women?
That Luella Kane. Shears knew. I mean, he took up with her after he got out. Before he went up, there was a whole string of them. There's Cindy Washington. She's in jail herself now. And then there was the one he was going with before the trial. I don't know, she got her picture in the paper now. Dorothy Wilson. Yeah, I saw her the other night. She was with some new dude. I mean, she was all gussied up. She had on earrings and the big hairdo. She stared right through me.
Miriam, did Cleon ever talk to you about how he worked his holdups?
He never wanted to talk about business.
You think he might have wanted to with any of the others?
I don't know. I just don't know.
All right, this is the holdup, you people. Nobody make a stupid move and nobody gets hurt.
Again? Same old ball game?
Same old shadow.
Only this time we got sound, just like in the real movies. Yeah. Why don't you sit down? I'll show you talking.
All right, this is the holdup, you people. Nobody make a stupid move and nobody gets hurt.
That's Cleon Wells' voice coming from the tape.
That's right.
Still robbing banks even after he's dead?
Maybe it's his ghost. Or somebody he taught very well.
Or somebody who picked it up. Dorothy Wilson, maybe. Bill, let me look at those other tapes again. Hold it there, Bill. I remembered it was a good angle of the gun, but it's not that good, is it?
No, it's just fair. Looks like a short barrel .38. I don't know. One thing we do know, it works.
Well, 4,100 apiece. It's not much, but it's ours.
Okay. So we need another 5,000 between us, and 6 would be better.
Right, and Sunny Valley Bank will take care of that. You're awfully quiet.
the matter?
Nothing. Well, I'm really sorry about Cleon. I really am.
You're not still hooked.
No, I didn't want to see him dead. Just out of circulation.
When Raymond gets out and we're settled someplace, I'm going to give some money to that Bankart's family.
He didn't die.
Oh, I know, but I'm going to do it. Is that Sergeant Anderson?
What do we do?
We do what we've got to do.
Coming. Hi. How are you, Karen? I know you're busy. I won't take up too much of
No,
your
no, no.
time.
Okay, come on. I'm sure I'd love interruption. Sit down. Coffee's hot. I'll get some. Were you able to see Raymond? Gloria said you might.
Yes, yes, I did. I liked him. He sure misses you and Harry.
How's he look?
Good. Certainly not your typical looking bank robber.
Well, who is? Well, what can I do for you?
I'd like to show you this picture of this girl.
Well, that's Dorothy. What's her name? I saw her at the trial.
Dorothy Wilson, Cleon's girlfriend. Do you have any idea where she might be right now?
No, none at all. He was killed the other day, wasn't he?
Are you left-handed?
Yeah.
Yes, he was, it was yesterday.
You think she had something to do with it?
Possibly, and she might have had something to do with the helmets. I see you have a for sale sign outside.
Yeah, I can't possibly afford to keep this place. Prices doing what they are. And we'll probably move somewhere when Raymond gets out. Start fresh. Harry's over at my mother's.
Do you think this Gloria Turner would know anything about the girl?
Well, I'm sure she doesn't, but it wouldn't hurt to ask.
Well, I stopped by the restaurant where she works, but it was her day off. Thank you, and thank you for the coffee.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
Oh, she knows something.
No.
Of course she does. You heard what she said about me being involved with the helmets.
It's only because your connection with Cleon Wells.
My connection with Cleon Wells is what got us together on this. Now, look. The cops want me, and if they find me, they're gonna make me talk. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So I'm gonna split right now.
Now, wait a minute. Now, what do you mean, make you talk? You don't have to say anything unless there's a lawyer sitting right beside you.
Just the same, I don't believe in taking any more chances than...
Now, wait a minute. I have an idea. Why don't we hit the Sunny Valley Bank now, today?
No, no way.
Dorothy, hold it. It's a good idea. The helmets have never done two jobs the same day. And it's big.
That's right. And we've got more than 2 hours.
Y51, come in. 12Y51.
12Y90, 12Y51.
Bill, I've just left Karen Osborne, and she has no idea where Dorothy Wilson is. At least she says. I don't believe her.
Why not, Pep?
And furthermore, I have a very strong suspicion she could be our hold-up man.
What did you say?
Yeah. Listen, she's the right height, and with padding, she could look the right weight. She's left-handed and wears a chronometer just like the one we saw on the tape.
Where are you now, Pep?
Sitting near the Osborne house. She can't see me.
Listen, put up that tape with that last shooting.
I'm way ahead of you, kid. I just put it in.
Run it up to the spot just before the escape, will you?
Gotcha.
Bill, a green and white Ford pickup with four-wheel blue and gold horse trailer is backing out of the Osborne driveway. Looks like Dorothy Wilson driving. Let me give you a license number.
Adam Denver 3520. I'm gonna tail it south on Frawley.
I'm gonna make on that through DMV right away.
I'm gonna let her get a little
Ahead. What about that tape?
Okay, I got the right spot. Now what?
Well, watch your right hand.
Okay, she just put it inside of her collar. I mean, inside of his collar. What does that mean?
He's adjusting his bra. That's what that means.
Pepper, I think you're right.
Over.
Makes sense. It's more risk.
Bill, we're north on Dubois. Radio reception is poor, but did you get a make on it?
Just got it. Registered to Dorothy B. Wilson. Pep, did you read me? Pepper, did you read me? Pepper? Pep? California license, Ida Edward 49901. Instruct any unit that spots the trailer and pickup to tail it and notify 12Y50.
12Y50, Roger.
All units in the Sunnyvale area, a 211 suspect in a green and white Ford pickup is towing a blue and gold four-wheel horse trailer. California license Adam David 3520. Last seen north on Du Bois off Frawley. Do not apprehend. Stake and tail. Notify 12Y50 on TAC 1 for further instructions.
12Y51. I have the pickup and the trailer in sight. Approximately 1/2 mile from Willoughby Canyon, eastbound
on Archway Avenue.
12Y51, Roger. Switch to TAC 1 and repeat. 12Y50, did you copy 51?
Roger. 12Y50, come in.
Hey, Pep. We're westbound on Archway Avenue, about 4 or 5 miles from the Sunny Valley Shopping Center.
There are 2 banks in Sunny Valley Shopping Center, aren't there?
That's right, there are. Don't you think a horse trailer would be a good place to hide a motorcycle?
Yeah, Pep. Backup's on its way. Just take care. Just keep it in sight.
I'm heading into a side street. I think she might have spotted me.
You better step on it a bit. She's been riding a point a long time.
Y50, come in.
Yeah, Pep.
I've lost him.
Pepper, you still on this frequency?
Affirmative. I still can't find that pickup.
We got the pickup. We also got the Wilson girl. But if the helmets were in it, they're not in it anymore. Where are you now?
North edge of the shopping center, I can see the street side of the bank. The big one.
Okay, we're in the parking lot. We got the back covered. Just sit tight.
That's the same cop that talked to me at the restaurant. They've staked us out.
Maybe not, but there are too many of them to do anything today. Let's find Dorothy. Got him. Keep moving, nice and easy.
Pep, we got an empty trailer and Dorothy Wilson, but all we can do so far is give her a ticket for speeding.
But we've made the connection, Bill. They've got to be around here somewhere. Bill, hold on. No helmets, no jumpsuits. They must have spotted you.
I'm following them.
All units, I've got them southbound now on Becker Drive.
Roger, 51, we're on our way. All units respond TAC 1 for instructions. 51, keep us posted.
Bill, license number 1K8539. Did you read that? I think they're headed toward the park. Y50 and all units southbound now on Park Drive. They're headed for the south entrance to Becker Park.
Bill, we're now entering the park,
South entrance.
Roger, 51. We're entering the park to the north. With any luck, we should have a boxed in at Junction Drive. 13A74, block the Junction Road at Park Drive.
That's a Roger, 50.
The grass toward the playground.
Roger, Pat, stay with her. We'll head her off from this side. 13A74, take the playground. Roger, 50. All right, drop the gun. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down.
Karen, you're not going to use it. Put it down.
Put it down. All right, put your hands up. Get them up. Keep them right upside.
You have the right to remain silent, Karen.
That guard I shot, is he?
He's okay. He's gonna make it.
I'm sure glad it's over with.
Listen, I should have known it was a woman when I saw her run out of the bank. Because I've had enough of them run away from me, I should know what it looks like. Too modest. That's real devotion, isn't it? I mean...
You know me too well, Barney.
I don't know. I know a girl that...
Hi, fellas.
Hey.
Hey, slide over.
All right.
How are you?
Okay.
Wait.
Listen, we're just talking about the helmets.
Uh-huh.
I got a question for you. If I ever get married again, you think I could find me a lady who might hold up a bank for me?
You're too chicken to get married.
Yeah? A toast.
To the most observant policewoman on this table.
Don't you mean at this table?
Well, maybe I'm jumping ahead a bit.
You mean the bra strap. Men aren't supposed to notice things like that.
We just did.
Pepper, I gotta tell you something. You're lucky.
I prefer adjectives like observant, brilliant policewoman.
Yeah, well, you're lucky. If that lady had been into women's lib, now you think about it, and she was a bra burner, we'd still be looking for a couple of guys, you know what I mean?
It's a green flag.
Introduce me? Excuse me, this is Pepper Anderson. It's Jack Crowley, my wife.
Your brother crashed because you beat him up before the race. That's your fault. He's dead.
You like taking chances, don't you?
Saw you, didn't I?
I guess you knew a good thing when you saw him.
You're watching the wrong curves.
Not me, baby. No way. Look, it's 100 extra horsepower. Damn it! You ain't gonna do this to me. What are you afraid of? We put it in after the tech inspection. Now, who's gonna know? I will. I run this thing under my own ability. Well, it looks like all of a sudden we got a star on our hands. I'll go back to nothing, damn it, before I run with the bottom.
Hey, JJ.
See what your friend wants.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, JJ. What was that all about?
Nothing.
Nothing. What does that mean? You don't want to talk about it?
He wanted to install a nitrous oxide ball under the car.
With laughing gas?
Yep. It purifies the gas mixture. And if I won with that thing and they found out about it, I'd be disqualified and lose the money.
Well, how'd you guys do in the inspection?
We weighed in a little light, so Willie added more ballast to the left rear.
Bet that graveled him, huh?
It did. But even with the extra weight, we leaned out the carburetors to make up for it and set the fast time at 17.2.
Yes, sir, race man. It's going to be some race. With some of the best open competition drivers in the country.
They gonna kiss the winner?
$5,000 purse.
More power to you, bro.
The fifth 330 should be active.
I'm glad to see things my way.
How's your brother Bobo doing? Is he trying to get himself together?
Bobo's got a lot of problems, Joe, and I don't know how to help.
Is he in trouble again?
He's always into something, you know that.
Gentlemen,
What about you? You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Hey, Wilkes, come on, let's go.
Mr. Personality, duty call.
Go get them door slammers, bro.
I'll see you after the race. Maybe you can buy me a beer.
Okay.
Traffic McManus watches them out of the turn, and it's a green flag. Now F330 is underway. 52 takes the inside as they try to reverse lap position into the turn. Look at 88 challenge on the outside. And look at that pack poured on the back stretch. On the front stretch, 52 is in front with 44 and 5 challenging. The pack is still bunched into the turn. On the 158th lap, a little short of the halfway mark, Alpha's getting leads with a par 15 seconds. And J.J. Wilkes has surprised everybody, holding the third position from a fifth row start. Don Angles is fourth. At 230 laps, the yellow is still out. And here's the green flag. Look at J.J. Gordon past the stand. It's going to be a crowded backstretch. Oh, look out! Get those emergency vehicles out there. It looks like car 7, J.J. Wilkes. Can't see what the other cars are involved. It doesn't look good. Get those extinguishers going, fellas. Every emergency vehicle on the track is out there now. Looks like they've ducked down the fire. No, but there's definitely 3 or 4 cars involved. It looks like J.J. Wilkes' car number 7 has exploded, but the smoke is so thick I can't make it out.
Morning.
You look very oriental.
It's one of the things I like about you, Pete. You're so observant.
Oh, that's right. Today is your Thai cooking class. How's it doing?
Hot, hot. They could serve charcoals and nobody would notice.
Pepper, Pete. Well, you look very oriental.
Aren't you all the same? Thank you. I'm glad you noticed. It's for my cooking class.
Yeah, okay, listen. Joe wants us to investigate J.J. Wilkes' death. I talked to Parks, and he said okay.
So you still don't think it was an accident, huh, Jake?
Well, he was okay an hour earlier. At least he said he was. I'll tell you, he wasn't drunk or drinking, and he wasn't a pill popper. Preliminary inspection of the car didn't turn up anything. And J.J. was too careful a driver just to crack up for no reason at all.
Couldn't one of the other racers have clipped him?
Well, I went over the report, and he gave no reason for him to lose control. No, something is rotten. And I love that man enough to want to find out what it is.
Excuse me. Can you tell me where I might find Sergeant William Crowley?
Yes, he's right in there. Hey, Pepper. Why don't you put this on? You won't be so overdressed.
Can we help you?
Jackie, wait.
You always were eloquent.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I was just surprised. How are you?
I'll fall over with enthusiasm. I'm fine. Introduce me?
Excuse me. This is Pepper Anderson, Joe Stiles, and Pete Royce. This is Jackie.
Crowley.
My wife. My ex-wife. How did you ever let her get away, Bill?
How did you ever get her in the first place? She's lovely. Well, look, we're gonna follow some leads. It's nice meeting you.
Yes,
Come on,
very nice to meet you.
You probably have a lot to catch up on. It's nice to meet you, finally, Mrs. Crowley.
Jackie.
Here. Sorry.
Oh, you want to keep it?
No, I was planning to change. I was just playing around.
Yeah, come on in. Let's see. Want some coffee?
No, thanks.
You look terrific, Jackie.
Oh, that's because you're looking at a brand new woman.
Oh, how's that?
Jacqueline Aiello Crowley, interior decorator.
You finally did it.
Uh-huh. And
Congratulations.
You know, you are right all the time. People love my work.
Sure.
And you know what else?
No, what else?
You won't be needing any more alimony after 3 more months.
You getting married?
Oh, no. I figure with the business, I'll be loaded by then. And I know what a cop's salary's like, so.
Well, I'm making a little more money than I was in those days.
Oh, you don't want to give up the payments?
I didn't say that.
Can't find a way to spend money.
Yeah, if you're serious, I mean, if you're really serious, I'll find a way to spend it.
I'm sure you will. I'll bet you even still keep a 10 spot in your sock drawer. Huh? That's my mad money.
Yeah, this is terrific. I mean, about your business. That's... You can tell us all about that. Speaking of mad money, you still keep yours in your bra?
I don't wear a bra anymore.
Hey, Pep. I just about to ask Jackie to go to dinner with you and me tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. I have something planned.
Cancel it. That's an order, Sergeant.
Well, since you ask so nicely.
I'd love to, if you don't mind a third wheel.
Look, I told you once already, don't touch anything under there. I can still cherry it out.
Look, Kraft, I know what I'm doing. I used to race my old Mustang in Ascot, remember?
Yeah, well, this baby cost me $20,000, man.
Okay. Now, where's the bottle?
What bottle?
The laughing gas.
Happens to be illegal, and you know that.
Yeah, we know it's illegal. And we also heard that you wanted him to run with the bottle.
Well, he ran clean. You just found that out for yourself.
So, when was the inspection? The day before the race?
Yeah, she was perfect then. 24 hours later,
bam. So who had access to the garage after that?
Look, boys, I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but you're wasting your time. There wasn't any sabotage.
Death was from a blood clot on the brain. Subdural hematoma inflicted by the crash, one would think. But you see this? He was still wearing this when I got him. You notice the dent isn't bad enough to cause an injury like this.
Wait a minute. You say he died from a blood clot, but he had it before the accident?
Yes. There are definite signs which would indicate that it is older than the injuries received in the accident. And these. Now, he's got some pretty vicious bruises on his left arm. And notice the color? Now, compared with these others he received when the car banged into the wall.
Yeah, they're slightly different.
Doctor, you say that Wilkes was already unconscious at the time of the accident. How do you know that?
See his hand? It's relaxed. When a driver is about to have an accident, he'll clutch the wheel in an attempt to control his vehicle. Now, I've had drivers in here whose hands were literally glued to the wheel and had to be pried off. Now, evidently, this man wasn't holding on to the wheel at all.
No, you didn't. No, that's the peanut sauce. Dip it in that.
Oh, here she comes.
No, have one of these. Have one of these.
After that, he proposed?
Well, let's just say he proposed everything but marriage. We were so poor then, we couldn't even afford to go on a honeymoon. And Bill had to be on call for a case, so we spent it in a very romantic garage apartment in the valley.
That's true.
Big spender even then, huh? Thank you, honey.
We always promised ourselves a real honeymoon in Italy. And since we're both Italians, Sorrento for Bill and Palermo for me.
Actually, only one of us is a true Italian. The other one's a Sicilian.
In the whole 5 years we were married, I couldn't convince him that Sicilian is Italian.
Sicilians are renegade Greeks.
Don't fight it, Jackie. I have not been able to convince him of anything, except to maybe pick up the check.
What do you think is paying for this mess?
How'd you swing that one? Your partner, she's something.
Oh, Pepper. Well, I just, threw my weight around till they had to assign her to my division.
Ah. She a good cop?
She's the best.
How are things, Bill?
Things are good. How about you? Anybody special?
Oh, there's a guy who's in insurance.
Oh?
Nothing dramatic to report, but after some of the others, I guess I should have complained.
You happy?
Sure.
That's all that matters.
I'd forgotten what a gentleman you are.
Let's see if I can handle this. There you go.
It was a lovely evening. I wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing, but I'm glad I called you.
I'm glad you did too, Jackie. It's good to see you again. I guess I've been curious.
I guess I hope that means you've missed me.
You better get in. Listen, I'll call you tomorrow, okay? Goodbye.
Good night.
Well, good morning, William.
Good morning.
Yeah. All right, let's have it. What'd you guys come up with?
Well, nothing much. The car was a mess, but we didn't see any evidence of tampering.
Security was so tight, I doubt if anybody got in that way. Unless they came in from the inside.
Well, who was close to Wilkes? His family, his friends, girlfriend, who?
Well, he was close to his parents, but he had a lady, Kitty Davis. What did you get from the car?
Somebody beat Wilkes up the night before his big race.
Beat up?
Yeah. That's what he died from, apparently, a blood clot on the brain. He also had bruises all over his arms that were not sustained from the accident. Surprised you didn't see him. You saw him. You were with him.
Yeah, but he was wearing coveralls. But he did seem to have a pain inside, even though he didn't want to admit it.
What do you know about the owner, Joe, the one that he was arguing with?
Well, we're trying, but as usual, nobody seems to want to communicate.
Well, keep going, will you? Just keep digging till you come up with something solid.
Sure, we'll try, William.
Get in.
She's lovely.
Huh?
Jackie. Jacqueline Crowley.
That's funny. She says the same thing about you.
Boy, she is one of the few women that I know of who gave up alimony without having to. It's weird unless,
Unless what?
unless she's still in love with you.
Is that the cop talking or the woman?
I was a woman first.
Did I ever tell you how we happened to get a divorce?
Tell me.
She couldn't handle my being a cop. She couldn't take the hours. She couldn't stand to sleep a while. If I wasn't home at night, she had me out shacked up someplace or bleeding to death in an alley. It got so bad that if a friend came to the door, she'd almost faint till they could assure that they weren't there to tell her I was dead somewhere. She almost had a nervous breakdown. So she just finally split. Said she was going to have to try to put herself together again.
So she did, and she's back.
Yeah, she's back. She's back.
Hey, Jackie!
Hi.
Hi.
Am I under surveillance or something?
What are you doing clear out here?
Well, right now, I guess I'm looking for transportation.
Hop in.
Isn't this the day for your cooking class? Aren't you going to be late?
They'll just review their heartburns for the first half hour. Come on. Going back to the motel?
Yeah. Thanks, Grandma. Well, I was beginning to feel a bit weary.
You do look a little pushed. What's the matter? Are smog getting to you?
No. I think it's the Reuben sandwich I had for lunch. Got my tummy a little wobbly. Oh, boy, I thought Chicago was the Windy City. What a mess.
William.
We just checked on Kraft's background. He's definitely dirty.
How dirty?
Well, he's got some pretty rough friends. Silvers, Eckerly, Corvellis.
Gambling.
Mm-hmm.
You think maybe Kraft had some high stakes on that race and Wilkes wouldn't cooperate?
Well, J.J. said their argument was about that. Kraft wanted to boost the car's horsepower with nitrous oxide. J.J. wouldn't have any.
Well, Pep, looks like you're just in time for a little typecasting. How would you like to play a wealthy, bored racetrack groupie with a gambling addiction?
Fine.
Joe, can you arrange a meeting this afternoon with Wilkes' girlfriend?
No problem.
Okay, get on it right now, will you?
Come on, Peter, make that run with me.
I wanted that pipe.
What's wrong, Pep?
Have you talked to Jackie?
Not since last night, no. Why?
I gave her a ride yesterday from the university.
What was she doing out there?
Well, I picked Jackie up outside the medical complex, and she had a Band-Aid on her hand, like after you have a blood test.
Yeah?
It's a combination of things. She said that her stomach was feeling queasy, and then when she combed her hair, a lot of hair fell out.
What are you getting at, Pepper?
I think she's having treatments. I think it's chemotherapy. Joe.
Hi, Kitty. May we come in?
Yeah. Hello.
Kitty, these are a couple of partners of mine. This is Sergeant Anderson,
How do you do?
Sergeant Crowley. They'd like to ask you some questions.
Would you like some coffee or tea or soft drink?
No, I don't.
No, thanks.
You mind if I fix myself some? I've got to keep busy.
Yeah, in that case, I'll have what you're having.
Kitty. Kitty, we're going to have to ask you some questions that might be painful. We'll do it as quickly as we can.
First of all, we'd like to know if you saw JJ before the race.
No, I wanted to, but I couldn't. I had to work.
What about the day before?
No. I didn't see him then either. He likes to get to bed early the night before a race, so he could get a good night's sleep. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm sorry. We're just sorry we have to put you through this.
Kitty, was he under any pressure, more than usual, to win that race or lose it?
I don't think so. But he never talked about his problems much. He always liked to be up when we were together.
How well do you know Willie Kraft?
That redneck cracker, he acted like he owned JJ.
Did Kraft have any reason to want to hurt JJ?
I don't think so. JJ always did what he said. He did what everybody said.
Do you know of anybody who wanted to see him out of that race?
Everybody loved him. Even the other drivers, because he was special. Just ask Joe. Wasn't he, Joe? I mean, wasn't he special?
Yeah, he was special.
Bill?
What?
I just wanted to know if you've had a talk with Jackie yet.
No, I haven't.
You are planning to, aren't you? You do realize why she came back, don't you? Don't say it's the clinics. There are clinics all over the country.
Listen, Pepper, if you don't mind, I know what I gotta do in my life, and I'd like to do it my own way, okay?
I saw the strangest sculpture today. It was a bronze of two tigers locked in combat. One was up in the air, balanced by just his paw, with his tail touching the other one. Oh, it was gorgeous. Can you imagine living with it? Are you angry about something?
Damn right I am.
Why? Because I came back?
You know better than that.
Do I?
Yes, you do. You're not being honest with me, Jackie.
It's pretty hard to believe. After all, you're the first man who made an honest woman out of me.
See, I'd appreciate not hearing any more jokes, okay? And I don't want to hear any more about your being an interior decorator. Now, I want to know why you're here, Jackie. You owe me that.
Why?
Because we never lied to each other before.
Oh. How do you tell somebody you're going to die? Especially somebody you still love. Oh. That's the first time I've said that out loud. I'm going to die. And I'm afraid. I've got leukemia, Bill. Suddenly I've got to finish up loose ends, and I don't feel finished with us. I have kicked myself over and over again for walking out on the most important person in my life.
Jackie, why didn't you just tell me up front?
I had to find out about you. Whether you were involved with somebody. Whether you still even cared about me. I couldn't beg. Don't you see it would destroy the meaning of it?
What's the prognosis?
Well, the doctor wouldn't say. He said it wasn't fair because no one can honestly give anyone an estimate because of remissions and all that. But from what I've asked and read, it's a few weeks or a few months, even with remissions.
Where you going, Bobo?
Said I was.
You're not gonna see those people again, are you? Please stay away from them. You'll just get hurt.
We've already lost JJ. You think about your brother, son. Haven't we had enough pain?
Can I dig the pain, Mama? It's the only thing that doesn't let me down.
Will you be back for supper?
I don't know. Bobo!
Your mother asked you a question.
And I answered it.
How's it going? You, looking for someone?
No one in particular. That your new car?
Well, you might say that. Some new paint, new windshield, little engine work. Make me a real proud papa.
Too bad about the Chevelle.
I'd remember if I knew you. Now, how do you know me?
Let's just say a lot of money depends on my knowing who owns what. That thing got any guts?
Do you?
Joe.
Hi, Mr. Wilkes.
Well, fine, son, fine. How are you?
Okay. Considering.
Joe, I miss him so much already.
I'm sorry. We all do.
Hey, we just sitting down to lunch. Can you join us?
Well, no. I'm here on business. Ooh, maybe I should come back at another time.
No, you can sit with us and eat while we talk. It's not about Bobo, is it?
No, I'm investigating JJ's accident.
Hey, Francis, set another place. We got company.
What are we creeping for?
Solid, broad angel.
Takes more than a hot car to scare me, babe.
chances, don't you?
Only those I can afford to lose.
You're smart, too. Smart enough to know a good thing when you see it.
Saw you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I guess you knew a good thing when you saw it.
You're watching the wrong curves. Eyes on the road, cowboy.
I love a feisty broad.
Yeah, I know you do.
Well, how long had he had at his apartment?
Well, he moved out about 6 weeks ago. Didn't he tell you?
No, he didn't. Well, I guess he was so excited about the race, he couldn't talk about anything else. What about Bobo? Is he in some kind of trouble? You think he might know where JJ was that night?
Joe, he's a bad one. We can't make him mind anymore. Just comes and goes as he pleases, and he won't tell us where. He could have been with JJ. I just don't know.
What'd you find out?
Well, his parents said that they didn't know where JJ might have been that night. That he had had dinner with them the night before, and everything seemed to be fine.
Well, that gives us exactly 0 to go on. I hope you're having better luck than we are.
What can I tell you? He's a perfect target. I whispered a lot of sweet nothing doings in his ear while he went into his macho driving act, but I don't think he had anything to do with Wilkes's death.
Oh, what?
When I did get him talking about Wilkes, all he could say was that he was so sorry he didn't have all that money. They thought they were going to win that race.
Be right back. What are you standing over here for? Why don't you join us?
Oh, I didn't want to interrupt your meeting.
Is everything okay?
Could we walk?
Sure.
I have to go to the hospital tomorrow. The doctors say they want to take some more tests.
What kind of test?
They never say. I keep hoping one morning I'll wake up and be told they're ready to try out a new drug, something fantastic, and they want to use it on me.
This will be it.
You might think this is funny, but did you ever have the feeling that your life was for a special purpose? Like there's something you have to accomplish while you're here? I keep hoping that my special mission will be to be the first cancer cure, sort of like the first heart transplant. Kind of helps me to get through the rough spots. Times when I can't handle one more test. Bill, I don't want to be alone. Stay with me, please.
So what's happening, Bobo?
Oh, I already told you. They busted me for joyriding.
In whose car?
Now, that's a dumb question. Should you pick out a car, you wire it, and you take off, that.
Got another question for you. Where were you last weekend when JJ was killed?
I was having a party and having a good time.
What about the night before?
Well, I was probably doing the same thing, but you see, it's kind of hard for me to remember that, because, see, you are making me nervous.
I'm investigating JJ's death. Now, I need help, man.
Now, that's your problem, ain't it?
You know, with that smart mouth of yours, you'll go places. Straight to the slammer.
Yes, JJ was at home that night.
Did anyone visit him that night?
Well, I wouldn't know about that. We all mind our business around here. That's our policy. We believe that everybody living in this building has an absolute right to privacy. I put it here when I heard you knock. I thought you were my son, and he doesn't like me to indulge in any forms of pleasure whatsoever.
I find that an invasion of personal privacy, and indeed a very serious one.
You remind me of him. He's a hippie, too. No offense, of course.
It really doesn't matter. I thought I was a beatnik. But what I find amazing is that you have a grown-up son. I find that extremely incredible.
Would you like me to mix you one of these? It's very smooth and warm.
No, thank you. Not right now. Not while I'm on duty. But what I would like you to do for me is to try and remember if anybody came to visit JJ that night. Anybody at all.
His brother.
Are you sure?
Oh, sure. I know that one. He's always lurking around looking for trouble. He's got a lecherous eye, too. Even for women my age.
Dr. Escobar.
You know what I've always wanted to do?
Dr.
No.
Escobar. Admitting desk, please.
Have a picnic at the Sunset Bowl.
Really? At the Sunset Bowl?
Uh-huh. The tablecloth and real china and good wine.
I'll tell you what. You get out of here. First thing we'll do, we'll have a picnic at the Sunset Bowl. No, I mean it. I promise. I promise.
Oh, I'll get out. See, I've made a bargain with God. I'll put up with anything they do if it'll buy me another remission. I want a little more time with you, Bill. I promised I wouldn't ask for anything else if I could just have a little more time with you.
Jacqueline Crowley, your room is ready for you now.
Outside call. Dr. Hines. Outside call.
Hi. Oh, no, don't. Please don't blow that thing. All you're gonna get is me or a hockey team. I'm with the police department. Okay? See? Okay. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What about?
Why don't we step over here? I think you'd be a little more comfortable. Okay?
Okay.
Well, beautiful day, isn't it? Looks like you got enough vegetables to last you for a whole week. What I'm trying to find out, Vivian, is what happened next door to you last Friday night.
I knew I should have called the police.
What does that mean?
Well, it was awful. There was someone in there fighting.
You mean like arguing?
No, fighting. Like hitting and hitting and hitting.
Fist fighting kind of thing? Why didn't you call the police?
I couldn't move. I was so scared. I just kept hoping the sounds would go away.
Do you know who was in there?
No. I don't know any of the neighbors. I don't want to know any of the neighbors in this building. I just want to be left alone.
No, it's all right, thank you. He's left the hospital. Nobody seems to know where he went.
You know, Pepper, should have seen him. It was like talking to a rock. No emotion. I mean, even when I talked about his brother.
You want to hear the term the psychologist used? Affectless. Emotional zombies.
Hi. Where's Bill?
He was supposed to be at the hospital.
Get a load of this. I just talked with Wilkes' landlady. I just came from there. And she said that she was sure that she saw his brother there Friday night. And also the neighbor lady said that she heard sounds coming from the apartment. You know, sounds like hitting sounds. What a trip, huh? Back, just in case he decides to rabbit.
You too?
Yeah. Pete Sanchez are usually right.
One twitch, man, I'll blow your head right off your shoulders.
Well, you know what? I think it'd be a smart thing to do. Just get all our volcano hiking out of the way first. And when we get good and tired, take off someplace like Capri. Spend the rest of the time sleeping on the beach.
Or whatever.
That sound good to you, Capri?
Sounds perfect. Can we go tonight?
No, we can't go tonight. I gotta do my laundry. As soon as you get out of this hospital, we'll take off like a big bird.
You know, don't you, there's a chance I won't ever leave the hospital.
Will you knock it off? Of course you're gonna leave this hospital.
Just don't get your hopes up too high, okay?
Listen.
Hello? Yes, he's here. Oh, listen, thanks for the flowers. They're beautiful. It's Pete.
Yeah, Pete. Just now, where? Yeah, right. No, you stay with the kid. Sit on him. Pepper's been hurt. Downstairs, an emergency.
There, that ought to do it.
It goes with my earrings.
Yeah, you look great.
I'll buy that. Now you just sit quiet and relax, Sergeant, okay?
Thanks, Doctor. What else can I do? Why are you such a sourpuss?
I'm sorry, Pepper. I should have been there with you.
Don't be silly. You were right where you were supposed to be.
Let me see this thing. How many stitches they take?
17. Well, 7. Hi, Jackie.
For cops, you sure do make a big deal out of a scratch.
I better go talk to her.
No, I'll talk to her. It's my problem.
Please, Bill, let me handle it. I think I can.
Okay, you handle it.
Dr. Jerry Ballard, please report to the information desk. Dr. Jerry Ballard.
Jackie.
Pepper, I'm sorry.
Hey, I didn't come here to ask for an apology. I came here to, well, because I figured you'd be kicking yourself.
Well, it was a rotten thing to say.
If anybody has a right to be angry or say anything, it's you.
Oh, I feel so guilty.
Jackie, why do you feel guilty?
Because I'm jealous of you. And I like you. I'm jealous that you're so beautiful and healthy and have so many years to live. And you're gonna be here and be with him and be alive.
I just don't know what to say.
I guess you're used to death and dying, huh? Bill used to say he got hardened to it after a while.
No. No, you never get used to losing someone you love.
He was just about to tell us where he was last Friday night. We don't quite believe he was out at a party.
All right. So I was over at my brother's for a while. So what?
Pretty heavy, man, hitting your own brother.
Who said I hit him?
Your landlady and a neighbor. We want to know why.
He was hassling me.
Why was he hassling? Now, let me guess. He knew you were pushing drugs and he was threatening to turn you in, is that it?
Oh, man.
Look, your brother crashed because you beat him up before the race. Now, it's your fault. He's dead.
Don't you have any feelings at all?
think by showing me his body, that's supposed to make me emotional. All worked up. Well, you get emotional. The other guy's got you by the throat.
So you just cut off everything and you're invulnerable. Is that how it works?
You know, folks say that he looks like me. Get him out of here.
What'll happen to him?
We got him cold on resisting an assault with a deadly weapon. The joyriding charge has been up to grand theft auto, and the boys in Adnock have a little surprise for him. But you'll have to ask Juvenile what's going to happen to him.
Oh, he's really something. He really is.
Even this chill feels good after the hospital.
You said you wanted a picnic at the bowl.
I should have known you'd find a way to swing it. Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome. What are you thinking right now? What you got in your mind?
Oh, I was just thinking about where I've watched the sunset before. So many times. Always taking it for granted. I guess I'm gonna miss the sunsets. And good wine. And concerts. I might even find time to miss you. You're gonna miss me.
I'm gonna miss you very much, Jackie. Come bella tu sei. Come sei bellissima.
Listen, when you guys get back, I'm gonna fix you some wonderful bang pet, meat crop, and pot-free cane.
Is that a threat or a promise?
Well, have a wonderful trip. I really mean it.
Thank you. For everything.
Have a great time.
Try to behave yourself.
When you get to Sorrento, drop a dime, okay?
You're kidding? I got a whole pocket full.
You'll miss your plane. Go.